Let's talk about the Synchro Device in NIKKE and also the Milliard shop, as I believe these are two systems that need to be a little bit tweaked or maybe get some extra changes so they are easier to use and better for both free-to-play and whales. Hello nerds, welcome back to Waifus. I'm Sefi, and that's what we're going to be talking today. Things that I would love to see changed on NIKKE on the long term, so we can get an even better experience. Before we start, like always, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to help me grow the channel, and you can also support my content with the links in the description down below. Also, we will be later doing a stream with NIKKE dailies and playing a Snowbreak, because finally it is releasing the CVT. I'm hoping the game is going to be good, because I really want to cover it. I will not force myself to cover a game I don't like, so we'll be playing today, and if I do like it, then we'll add the game to our website. If that's a game you are interested on, come join us later. Just use the notification bell and you will be notified when I go live later today. All that said, let's get into the video. So first thing is, let's talk about the Milliard shop, right? This is one of the things that I believe that needs to be reworked, because this game has more than 80 units right now. The wishlist system, it's only 15 units, so if you want a specific one, you either get super lucky or you need to get 200 pulls. So for those of you who don't know, probably all of you do, the PT in NIKKE, which is not even a PT, consists on every time you do a pull on the ordinary recruit, you will get a silver ticket, and every time you do a pull on the right up banners, which right now it's Nor and Blank, you will get a golden ticket. Then you can exchange these tickets on the shop. Now this shop, it's kinda bad. Also, don't forget that today on Reset we have the co-op shop once again open, so get your gems and get your core dust, and I will say maybe the gifts are good. The credits and the battle dataset are completely worthless. Even if you right now need some extra, if you are not past 160 yet, you will never need a battle dataset or credits, because we get more than enough from events and from just daily playing. That said, this is the Milliard shop, and as you can see, you can only get a specific dupes or the current right up banner. This will cost you 200 tickets, which is a lot of pulls. And the bad thing about not having a hard PT incorporated into the game is that some people can do 400 pulls and get no SSR. And that happened on the collaboration with one of my friends on Discord, which is painful to watch. 400 pulls, no SSR. That sucks. Obviously, he got tickets, but that's not the point, right? Like, how can you do 400 pulls, spend a lot of money, and not get even a single SSR? So you can either buy the current right tap, which I think it's nice, even though I will prefer a hard PT, or you can get a specific dupe, but not the unit, just dupes. The problem with just getting a dupe instead of buying the unit directly is that you cannot get the units that you want. It's only a specific one. So for example, since release, this has been the same list. The only thing they've changed is they have added raid to here. So as you can see, Pilgrim, only Noah, Elysion, we have some in there. Tetra obviously is going to be the biggest one because it's the biggest manufacturer, and then Missilis has some of the best units in here: Litter, Drake, Maxwell, Sen. But let's say on my case, I do want to get Admi because I still don't have her, right? It's a unit that has kept evading me since day one, and that sucks. I only have two options with Miranda and with Enwa, with all the characters that I'm missing with Admi here. Either I get super lucky and get them with my wishlist, or you could be able to buy them directly from the shop, right? That would be a nice system. After 200 pulls, you can get those units. But right now, we don't have the option to buy them. And after you've broken the level 160 wall, this shop becomes completely meaningless. There is no use on getting extra dupes. Maybe if you want to get extra MLB units for the lobby background, or you get them to get the core 7 unit if you want the shiny profile picture, which makes like not much sense, but whatever, right? So I think that's a system that hopefully in the future they change and we get an update. Either they add more units in there, or maybe we are able to buy directly the unit. But I think as it stands right now, for most of the players that started playing the first month on November, the Milliard shop, it's completely useless unless you want to get the right up unit. And now let's talk about the second thing that I believe, or that I would love to see changes, and that is the Synchro Device. So Synchro Device gives you 20 free slots to put units in there, and they can sync to the same level of your 5 strongest units. In my case, 228. As you can see, there's only 20 free slots that you will get, which is never going to be enough. So you have two options, right? Well, you only have one option really, and that is buying them. But each slot costs you 500 gems per slot. If you want to add 30 units in here, that is 15,000 gems to add units. Now, this is a game that will keep getting units more and more and more. Every month, we get at least 1 or 2 new NIKKEs added into the game. Right now, we have around 70 to 80 characters, if I remember correctly. Let me know in the comment sections if I'm wrong. But that means that you have to spend a lot of fucking gems just so you can add them into your Synchro device. Let's say that you want to test a NIKKE that just got released, like is my case with every new character, right? So now I had to remove the character from my Synchro to add Rosanna so I can make a proper review on her. But that means I'm losing 1 spot, and when solo raid comes, I will not have 5 teams to clear the bosses, which is already a stupid system because no one has 5 teams that can deal consistent damage. But that's another topic, and we already made a video on solo raid changes. You should go watch that. I do hope for the next season, solo raid season 2, we get changes on that. It's gonna be blacksmith if the leaks are correct. So we'll see how much harder from a special interception is going to get. But going back to the topic of the Synchro, I have only 25 slots. I cannot change the first 5 ones. I cannot reorganize this. The only thing I can do is remove a unit, and I will have to wait 4 hours to add a new one. I have 1 slot prepared for Rosanna, but that means I'm fucking up my team compositions. So what can you do? Pay fucking gems. I think 500 gems per slot, it's outrageously expensive. I think we should get some deals on the shop, maybe where for less gems you can get a package of X amount of slots. That will be super nice. Maybe expand a little bit more the Tactics Academy so we can get more free rows, or maybe just make it cheaper overall and refund some of those gems to the players that already bought these spaces. My friends do buy all these spots for like every new character, and they tell me that I should do the same. But I just don't see myself doing that. It's 500 gems. I'm too cheap. I'm sorry. And do let me know in the comment sections if you do buy slots for all the characters, or just maybe you bought 2 or 3 rows so you can get more teams in there. And then third, that I did not mention at the start of the video, but I think it deserves a mention. I will keep talking about this until we see changes. The molds. Please, 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 please change this. It's stupid. It's an insult that you farm a tower for weeks, some people months, and you get fucking blue units. It's literally an insult. Whoever made this change, because in the beta it was 100% to get an SSR, like most AFK games, I would fight them to the death, no problem. Like, this is a hill I am willing to die on. Now, I understand they're not wanting to make that 100%, so at least give us a tower reset. Most people are already stuck. Unless you are a well, you cannot progress in towers. I cannot progress on most towers, only on Pilgrim, and probably I will get stuck sooner or later. My Elysian tower is level 75 because my Synchro device doesn't have almost any Elysian NIKKE in there, so I cannot progress. I could keep progressing on the normal tower, on Tribe Tower, which is just, you know, bashing your head against that wall until you can clear it, and that's fine. But why not reset the manufacturer towers every few months? I'm not even saying like every month you have to reset them, no. But every 3 to 6 months, resetting them will give a lot of the players a chance on getting more units that they don't have or a dupe. I would understand if you don't want to reset the Pilgrim Tower, since they are, you know, so special or so hard to get, but it makes no sense for the rest of them. Again, getting these molds nowadays is just more gacha and more gambling, because you know you are not getting probably an SSR, even if it's a 61%. Personally, my pulls on molds have been super bad, awful. I lose most of them. I never get my SSRs. But I think that's the last thing I want to talk on this video in terms of changes that I would like to see long term. Synchro device, Miliad shop, and at some point the molds or reset in the Tribe Towers. Now, all that said, that's the video that I wanted to make today. Honestly, it's just small things that I would love to see change in the future. I think I need to make both type of videos, right? Like reviews for blank or for new characters, tier list, and then also go into more in-depth into the systems and what needs to be changed in the game long term, even though probably Shift Up doesn't watch these videos, right? But just to bring up my concerns. That's the good part of building a community, that we can share the good points of the game and the bad ones, and see what we would like to see change in the future. All that said, guys, I hope the video is useful. Like always, if you want to support my content, I will really appreciate it. You have the links in the description down below. If not, you can just subscribe to help me. Leave a like. Good luck with your poll degenerates, and see you in the next one.